How to handle cravings. When you crave a drink, it can feel intense, overwhelming, powerful, and like the urge to drink will never go away. And it can be hard to know what to do. I'm Fiona, I'm a psychologist, and I help people to change their relationship with alcohol. And I'm going to share a practical method for taking control of your cravings. So, what is a craving? Essentially, it's thoughts, images, feelings, sensations that lead to an urge, a strong urge to have a drink, even if you don't want to. And they can feel really powerful and urgent at the time. Now, to be able to take control of your cravings, you need to understand what's keeping them going in the first place, what makes them so hard to control. And the way I describe it is it's to do with how our brains make associations with things. So our brains are always making different associations. If you were about to go on holiday and you start getting ready to go to the airport, you immediately start feeling excitement in anticipation of what you're about to do. Your brain has made an association between being on holiday, lying in the sun, and feeling good, feeling excitement. And the same thing happens with having a drink. Your brain will make associations between certain triggers, certain cues, certain situations that lead your brain to start to anticipate the reward of having a drink, whether that's to feel calm, to feel relaxed, to escape from some difficult feelings and thoughts, to escape from boredom, whatever it is, there'll be some kind of anticipated relief or reward from having a drink. And that association is difficult to break. And so that can lead to a strong urge to have a drink. So what you want to do is break that association between the trigger, the feeling, and then the automatic solution being having a drink. So to do this, you need to create a pause. When the urge or the craving hits, pause and create some space, which allows you to make more of an intentional choice about what you want to do next, rather than having an automatic reaction that feels like you're not in control. And that's where the peace method comes in, which is a practical tool to help you to handle cravings in the moment. So P is for pause, which means stop what you're doing for a minute and just notice. Notice what thoughts pop into your head. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what was happening just before this craving showed up. E is for explore, which is get curious about what you're noticing. So, for example, you might be noticing that you're having permission giving thoughts. So these are thoughts that pop into your mind and give you permission to have a drink, like, oh, I've had a really hard week, I deserve one. Or this drink doesn't count because I'm celebrating. And you may also notice some difficult feelings that are showing up, like stress or anxiety. And then you can explore and notice whereabouts those feelings are in your body. A is for allow. Allow the urge to be there without trying to fight it. Because cravings are temporary, even though they feel like they're going to go on forever sometimes. You can actually sit with it and notice as the craving rises and falls, just like a wave that gets bigger, reaches a peak, and then falls. It will get more intense for a moment, and then it will eventually subside. C is for choose, which is making intentional choices about what you want to do, rather than automatically reacting to a feeling. So you can choose to wait 5 minutes, do something else, and then decide what you want to do. And the last E is for engage, which means take an action which is aligned with the life that you want, even if it feels uncomfortable. So you might be sitting with some anxiety and you might have lots of thoughts that are trying to convince you to have a drink. And you can still choose to engage in something that's going to help you to meet your needs, like listening to relaxing music or talking to someone, or just allowing the urge to pass. I hope that's helpful. And if you're thinking that it might be useful, but it might be difficult to remember all the different steps, I've put together some digital prompt cards for the peace methods so that you can easily put this into practice without having to remember what all the different steps are. You can either just look at one card and do what it says on there, or you can go through all the steps of the peace method one by one, whatever works for you. You can click the link in the description to get a copy. I'd love to know in the comments if you're going to give this a go, or any other method that you find helpful to handle your cravings. Speak to you soon.